Welcome to Ocean Yin, a deep stretching experience. Let's ground to the earth, closing our mouth, staring at our focal point, our drishti, breathing deeply in and out through our nose. And inhale your arms all the way up. Press the palms together at the top. Exhale, come up and over the ball. Inhale back up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to start with our standing posture before we move down to the ground for the remainder of the class. You're just moving around here, pedaling your feet, shifting your hips, and opening. Letting the upper body weight hang, looking through your knees. Let's bend the legs a little bit at the knees, and inhale, articulate all the way back up to the sky. Press the palms together at the top, and exhale, come down into prayer. Breathing here. And inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Press your palms together. Exhale, come up and over the ball. Inhale, come back up to the sky. And exhale into your forward fold. Breathing, shifting in the hips, looking through the knees. Bend your legs slightly at the knees, and inhale, articulate all the way back up to the top. Press the palms together, and exhale your hands into prayer. Breathing here. And inhale your arms all the way up to the sky. Interlace your fingers with the index finger pointing all the way up. Straight arms. Reach up on the inhale, and on the exhale, come up and over to the left. Squeezing your glutes, squeezing your legs, taking the weight out of your toes. Arms up by the ears, mouth closed. And let's inhale, come all the way back up. Gather your posture, and on the exhale, up and over to the right. Inhale, come back up to the sky. We're going to exhale, come up and over a ball. So let your head dangle, straight arms. Your upper body is reaching up and over a ball. Your lower body is very engaged. Your mouth is closed, and you're breathing here. And inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold. Hold on to your lower legs to draw your body further down into the stretch. Bend your legs slightly at the knees, and inhale, come all the way back up. Press the palms together. Exhale, prayer. And inhale your arms back up, interlace your fingers behind your head, and exhale, come up and over the ball. Mouth is closed. Even-keeled breathing. Inhale, come back up. Release your bind. Now interlace your fingers at your lower back. Roll your shoulders back, straightening your arms out, pressing your palms together. From this bind, we'll do nice, big, slow head rolls, 3 or 4 in each direction. And when you are done, release. We're going to be going into a tricep stretch. So take your right arm, bend it, and bring it palm facing your spine. The left hand grabs the right elbow and pulls the right hand further down the spine. Inhale here, and on the exhale, come up and over to the left. Inhale, slowly release. Bring your left arm up and over, palm facing your spine. Grab your left elbow with your right hand. Inhale, stand tall, and on the exhale, come up and over to your right. And inhale, slowly release. I'm turning around to face you. Let's inhale the arms all the way up, press the palms together. Exhale, up and over the ball. Inhale, back up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. We'll walk the feet out. The feet are pointing out at a 45-degree angle, and we're in a deep forward fold here. You can move around here, whatever feels good, letting your upper body weight hang. Grab opposite elbows. And inhale, bring your hands back to the ground. Exhale, bend your legs deeply at the knees. You'll find where the happy spot is for your heels. You may need to adjust a little bit so that you feel solid in this Goddess Malasana position. You can bring your hands into prayer. Bring your elbows to your quads, whatever feels good here. Inhale here, and on the exhale, straighten your legs back out, hands to the ground. Moving around. We'll walk the feet out wide into a straddle where the feet are parallel to each other or slightly pigeon-toed, and come into a deeply relaxed forward fold straddle. Inhale, put your hands on the ground under your shoulders, and exhale, bend your legs deeply at the knees in this position. You can let your head dangle if you want. Breathing here. Let's straighten the legs back out and then bend the right leg all the way at the knee, straightening out the left with the left toes flexing up to the sky. You can play with balancing here, bringing your hands to your quad or bringing them into prayer at your sternum. Then we'll bring our hands down, moving our upper body to the right, making sure the right knee is right over the right ankle, then setting the left knee and the top of the left foot down. Nice wide steps so that we can put our palms on our right knee and lift our upper body up to the sky. Let's bring the hands to the ground, kicking the left leg up, reaching around with the right hand to grab the left foot. Then slowly release the foot. We'll straighten the right leg out, forward folding over the right leg into half monkey. And inhale, bend the right leg back at the knee. We're going to walk the right foot over to the right edge of the mat. The right toes will be going out at a 45-degree angle. Coming down to your left elbow if that's comfortable, you can use your right palm to gently press the right knee to the right. You can also come down to both forearms. Lizard posture. You can let your head dangle if that's more comfortable. And from your forearms, we'll come back to the straight arms and move that right foot back into that neutral alignment with the right ankle right under the right knee. And we'll lift ourselves up into our straddle and crawl ourselves over. So now you're deeply bending at the left knee. The right leg is straight out and the right toes are flexed up to the sky. You can balance here if you'd like. And we'll slowly walk the body over to the left. The left knee is right over the left ankle. Setting the top of the right knee and the top of the right foot down. Bring your palms to your left knee and lift your chest up to the sky. Bring your hands back down. Bending the right leg at the knee, reaching back with the left hand to grab the right foot, if that feels good. Pushing through your right hand and up and out of that right shoulder to lift. And gently set the leg back down. Let's straighten out the left leg, forward folding over our left leg. And inhale, bend the left leg back at the knee. We'll move both hands over to the right so that we can bring the left heel over to the left edge of the mat, and the left toes are pointing out at a 45-degree angle. See if it feels comfortable to come down to your right elbow and use your left palm to gently press the left knee toward the left. You can also come down to both forearms here and let the head dangle if that feels better. And if you're on your forearms, come back to the straight arms and bring your left foot back into that neutral alignment. Curl the back toes, come back through your straddle. We're going to bend the legs at the knees and look up and over our right shoulder and then up and over our left shoulder. Let's do that again, up and over the right and up and over the left. Forward folding. Let's toe heel the feet back together. Bend your legs slightly at the knees. And inhale, articulate all the way back up to the sky. Press the palms together. And exhale the hands into prayer. Breathing here. Let's walk back to the back of our mats. Bringing the hands into prayer. We'll flow down to the ground. Inhale the arms all the way up, press the palms together. Exhale up and over the ball. Inhale, come back up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Let's grab opposite elbows here and hang for a couple of breaths. And then release that. And walk your hands to the ground, coming to a deep squat with your knees together. So you're on the tippy toes. You can take your hands off of the ground, bring them to your quads, or bring them into prayer if that's comfortable for you. Keeping the toes curled, we'll gently bring the hands back to the ground and see what it feels like to set the knees down. Keep the knees together. This is opening up the toes and the bottoms of the feet deeply. If it feels comfortable, take your hands off the ground and bring them to your quads. And if that feels okay, you can lean back a little more, bringing your hands into prayer. Mouth is closed. And let's slowly bring the hands back down. Tap the tops of the feet into the mat to shake that out a little bit. Then bring your knees together and your heels are touching. Slowly sitting back on your heels. Don't let your heels come apart. You're whittling your heels between your sit bones and sitting back. You can bring your hands into prayer. Now you're opening the tops of the feet. If you want a little bit more, you can bring your hands back behind you and lift your chest up to the sky, letting your head dangle. And inhale, slowly bringing your body up. Exhale, forward fold, child's pose. Let's bring the upper body up a little bit so that we can have wide knees with our big toes touching, and your knees are in about the middle of your mat or higher. Straight arms, we're going to open your armpit area, your lats. Straight arms pressing into your wrists and your palms, popping the elbows away. Your spine is deeply arched. You're dropping your chest down and moving your face up and out of the way. And we'll use the hands to walk ourselves back, sitting on our feet. Level 1, make sure you're at the middle of your mat or higher. Level 1 is bringing your hands into prayer in this position. Level 2 is bringing your hands back. You can lift your chest up to the sky and let your head dangle. Level 3 is coming down to your forearms, to your elbows, letting your head dangle. And level 4 is laying down all the way. You can bring your arms up and grab opposite elbows above your head. Wherever you're at, you're breathing into your own opening, into your own resistance. In these deep postures, we always come out the way that we come in so that we honor our bodies. So if you're laying all the way down, unwrap your arms and gently lift yourself up to your forearms. And from your forearms, slowly bring yourself to your straight arms. And from your straight arms, bring your upper body up all the way and bring your forehead to the ground for child's pose. Breathing here. And we'll slowly make our way to our tabletop position. Make sure that you can lay all the way down on your belly without sliding off the top of your mat. We'll just bend the arms a little bit and ooze down to our bellies. We're going to come to our forearms. You can interlace your hands here. Pressing into the tops of the feet, popping your knees away, pushing through the elbows, lifting the chest up. And then we'll look up and over to the left. And up and over to the right. Pushing through the elbows while we turn. Let's do it again. Up and over to the left. Push through that right elbow. And up and over to the right, pushing through the left elbow. Coming back to center, lift one more time, then release everything and look to the left. The next posture is seal. We'll bring the upper body up, bringing the palms to the far corners of the mat and the feet to the far corners of the mat. Pushing the feet in, popping the knees away. Pushing through straight arms and lifting your chest up. Your glutes are very squeezed and you're pressing your hips into the mat. If you need more stretch, you can crawl your hands closer to your body. And slowly lower down, looking to your right. We'll come into bow next. So bending your legs at the knees, we'll reach around and grab the ankles from the outsides. You may only be grabbing one at a time, and that's fine, just holding in your stretch. If you want to move on here, you'll inhale, draw your knees toward each other, and exhale, lift your upper body and your lower body off of the ground, pressing through the hips. lifting and reaching. Inhale, lift up one more time, and exhale, release everything and look to the right. And we'll push ourselves up and back into our child's pose. Assimilating everything we've done so far. Let's bring ourselves to a tabletop position, and then we'll lift our upper bodies up into a kneeling posture. Bringing your fists to your lower back, take a big inhale, and on the exhale, we'll come up and over the ball. Mouth is closed here. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, child's pose. And inhale, lift yourself back up to your kneeling posture. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Take a big inhale. And on the exhale, come up and over the ball. And inhale, come back up, release the bind, and exhale, child's pose. Breathing here. And inhale, bring yourself back to your kneeling posture one last time. Interlace your fingers at your lower back, roll your shoulders back, straighten your arms out, and press your palms together. Inhale here, and on the exhale, come up and over the ball, mouth closed. And inhale, come back up, release the bind. Exhale into child's pose. And inhale, come into your tabletop so that you can bend your arms and ooze back down onto the mat. Nice and centered. We're going to go into a deep shoulder opening, so move your body all the way over to the left with your right arm straight out, palm down. We're going to roll over onto the right shoulder girdle. You can use your left leg, bending it at the knee, putting it on the ground, and your right foot is a kickstand here, if that feels good. We're going to do 2 versions of this stretch. Let's inhale, roll off of that opening. Give your arm a couple of breaths to breathe. And then we're going to be bending the right arm into a 90-degree angle, palm facing the ground. And we'll go into the same stretch, so bringing your body up and over, bending your left leg at the knee, putting your left foot on the ground, and using your right foot as a kickstand. and we'll slowly roll over. Let your arm breathe. This might have been a very intense stretch for you. After a couple of breaths, we'll gently bring the right arm down and scoot slowly all the way over to the right side of the mat, but take your time to do that. When your body's ready, scoot all the way over to the right, bringing the left arm all the way out to the left, palm down. And we'll slowly roll over onto that shoulder girdle, bending the right leg at the knee, putting the right foot on the ground, and using the left foot as a prop. Deeply breathing here. Let's slowly roll off of that opening. Give your left arm a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, we'll bend the left arm at a 90-degree angle, palm to the ground, and slowly roll our body up and over. And we'll gently come out of this, lying here for 2 or 3 or 4 breaths to let our left arm breathe and open. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our arms together, the palms face away from us. We're moving to bring our upper body over onto those forearms. So the palms are facing the ground. You're moving to touch your pinky fingers toward each other, and you're moving to get your forearms in between your hip bones. This can be a tall order. If you have your forearms in between your hip bones, your palms are flat on the ground and your pinkies are touching. You can squeeze your glutes and press your hips into the forearms. That'll accentuate the stretch. And if you're doing that and you're okay with that, you can lift the legs, the squeezed straight legs, off of the mat a little bit to deepen the stretch further. Slowly unwind from this and look to the right. That can be a very big stretch for a lot of people. Let your body assimilate. And now we're going to slowly bring ourselves up. We're going to come into a kneeling posture. The knees are together. You're toward the back of the mat, hands in prayer. We're coming into rabbit. Let's inhale the arms all the way up. Press them together. Keep them like this. As you slowly hinge your upper body down, moving to touch your face to the mat before your arms. And then push the sides of your hands into the mat so that you can pop your elbows away. Drawing the face down toward the mat, moving to keep your sit bones toward your heels. This is a deep rotator cuff opening. When we do come out of this, we'll move to take our arms away first. So slowly lifting straight all the way up and then bringing your arms down into prayer. We're going to come into a back bend next. So bringing your knees together, opening your feet just wide enough so that you can sit in between your feet. So your knees are touching here. This is level 1, and it can be very challenging with your hands in prayer. If you want a little bit more, bring your hands back behind you. You can lift your chest up to the sky. Keep your knees drawn toward each other. If you want a little more, you can come down to your elbows, letting your head dangle. And if you want to go all the way down, you would slowly come into a lying down posture here. This can be very deep opening, so only do that if it feels absolutely comfortable for your body. You're keeping your knees drawn toward each other. This is a psoas opener, one of the deepest. Breathing here. And coming out of these super deep postures, if you're laying all the way down, you first want to bring yourself up to your forearms, then up to your straight arms, and bring your body all the way up, and then child's pose, forehead toward the ground, keeping your knees drawn toward each other while you do that. And we'll slowly come up. We're going to be coming into a nice big straddle, facing each other now. Open your legs as wide as you can, sit up tall, leading from the chest. Inhale your arms all the way up to the sky, and exhale, forward fold into your straddle. And inhale, slowly articulate your body all the way back up. We'll bend our right leg deeply at the knee. Bring the heel all the way into the groin. Inhale your arms up to the sky, twisting to the left. Fold all the way over your left leg, drawing the forehead towards your left knee. We're going to do this posture in two different ways. Right now you're facing your left leg, folding over. Then you'll bring the left arm inside of the left leg, elbow to the ground, and inhale your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, reach the right arm up and over here. This is a side opener. And forward fold back over your left leg. Then inhale, articulate to your upright seated posture. Next, we'll turn our body toward the right. We're going to be coming into pigeon with the right leg leading, so bring your right knee to the right edge of your mat, then crawl your left leg back. Straight arms looking up. If all that feels good, come down to your forearms. And if that's comfortable, you can slowly make your way down to the lying down posture. In these deep postures, we'll come out the way that we came in. So if you're lying all the way down, first come up to your forearms. And then from your forearms, come up to your straight arms. Inhale here. And on the exhale, just set yourself down on your right hip. Bring your right shin parallel to the top of your mat. Then pull your left knee up. You can either tuck your left foot under or leave it out to the side. We're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall here. And on the exhale, twist our bodies to the right. All the way, looking back behind us. If it feels comfortable, come down to your right elbow. And if you want a little bit more, you can come down to both elbows, bringing your chest up and over, letting your head dangle. You can come further down if it's comfortable for you by laying all the way down in this posture. Slow and steady here. This is a very deep opening. Breathing here. If you're laying down all the way, first come up to your elbows and then bring yourself up to your hands. Then come off to your left elbow and slowly bring your upper body up. Sit off onto your right hip and straighten your left leg out and let it breathe. And we're going to come into fire log, so you're going to bring the left leg all the way over. Make sure your right shin is parallel to the top of the mat first. Then we're going to work to stack the left leg on top, ankle on knee and knee on ankle. You might be really stiff here. You might be just holding on to the left foot or bringing the left foot a little bit up and over to be comfortable. But if you are stacking, you can use your left palm on your left knee to press the knee down, twisting your upper body away from that left knee. You can also lean on the stack. And if all of that goes well and you feel like moving on a little bit, you can come all the way forward, folding over this. Breathing here, relaxing here, opening here. Let's inhale slowly, articulate all the way back up, and unwrap your legs, straightening them out ahead of you. Take a couple breaths, letting your legs breathe. Then inhale, reach up for the sky, and exhale, forward fold. Breathing into your forward fold. Let's inhale, articulate up. We're going to come into one more posture here, cow face posture. So bending the right leg at the knee. You're going to bring the right knee pointing forward. And then you're going to bring the left leg up and over. You're moving now to stack knee on top of knee. Both knees are stacked on top of each other, pointing forward. If you can do the knee stacking, then you can press into the bottoms of your feet and pull yourself up and over this into a rounded over forward fold. If not, you're just holding yourself in a position that gets as close to stacking knee on top of knee as possible. Breathing here. And inhale, slowly articulate all the way up. Unwrap your legs. Let them breathe for a couple of breaths. And we'll turn back to face each other. And we'll come with our bottoms of our feet together. And we won't be bringing the feet toward the body. This time we'll be pulling them as far away from the body as possible. And then forward folding over. And then inhale, articulate all the way back up. Let's bring the right leg straight out and the left leg deeply bent, heel all the way into the groin. Inhale your hands up, twisting to the right, forward folding over the right leg. Bring the right elbow inside the right knee. Inhale the left arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring the left arm up and over, opening up the sideline. Inhale, reach one more time, and exhale, fold over the right leg. Then inhale, sit all the way back up. We're going to be twisting the upper body toward the left now, coming into pigeon with the left leg leading. So bring your left knee to the left edge of the mat and crawl your right leg back, back, back. Come up to straight arms first. Then bringing yourself down to your forearms. If this is comfortable, you can come all the way to your lying down posture. Breathing here. If you're lying down, first come up to your forearms. Then slowly come up to your straight arms and lift. Inhale here, and on the exhale, set yourself down on the left hip. Let your leg breathe for a minute. We're going to bring the left shin parallel to the top of the mat. Then bring the right leg bent at the knee up. You can have the foot out to the side or tucked under. You're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall here. And on the exhale, twist your whole upper body to the left, looking all the way back behind you. Use your hands on the ground to help you twist deeper, and then come down to your left elbow, using that elbow to lift up and over more deeply into the twist. If you want more here, you can come to both elbows, lifting your chest up to the sky and letting your head dangle. And if that feels good, you can lie all the way back in this posture. Slow and steady, one step at a time. And if you're lying all the way down, first come up to your elbows, and then to your left elbow back into your twist. Use your arms to help your upper body come back upright, and then sit off onto your left hip. Straighten your right leg out and let your right leg breathe for a couple of breaths. We're going to come into fire log, so bringing the right leg around. Make sure the left shin is parallel to the top of the mat first. Then bring your right leg up and over. See what you're going to do with that right leg, how comfortable you feel. If you're stacked with ankle on knee and knee on ankle, you can push your right hand into the top of your right knee and twist your upper body away from it. And then you can lean on the bind. Each step for a couple of breaths is really nice. If you're moving on, then you can come all the way forward, forward folding here into the full expression of the posture. And let's inhale, articulate the spine all the way up and unwrap the legs, shaking them out, letting them breathe. straightening them out ahead of you. Inhale your arms up to the sky and exhale, forward fold. Just stay in your forward fold and relax all the way into it. And inhale, articulate all the way to your upright seated posture. And we'll come into the last posture here, which is cow face. So first, bringing your left leg underneath with the left knee going forward. Then we'll see what's going to happen with the right leg, moving to get it up and over as much as possible and holding yourself in any level of position here that works for you. If you're able to stack your right knee on top of your left and they're both going directly forward, you can press into the bottoms of your feet and use that as a bind to forward fold over this. And inhale, slowly articulate all the way back up, letting the legs come out, letting them breathe, straightening them out. Let's bring the arms out in front of us. We're going to be laying all the way down, so slow and steady, one vertebrae at a time. Bend the legs at the knees. Center yourself on the mat. Pull your knees into your chest. And then bring your legs straight up to the sky. We're going to use a little momentum to come up and over into plow, bringing the legs up and over, using your hands at your lower back, using your elbows on the ground as a kickstand. If you can hold yourself up here without using your hands, that's fine. If not, use your hands to support you. Breathing here, opening here. Let's slowly roll down till our legs are up to the sky, and then bend the legs at the knees and wrap your arms around, pulling your knees deeply in. Try to grab opposite elbows here, pulling your knees deeply in, head on the mat, holding an apple between your chin and your chest, pulling your shoulders into the mat, rolling your tailbone out. And we'll use our index finger and middle finger around our big toes to come into a big straddle here. The same thing, putting your head on the mat, holding the apple between your chin and your chest, and rolling your tailbone out to the mat, pulling your body into neutral. And now we'll come into happy baby, grabbing your feet from the outside with your hands. Your arms are inside of your knees. You're pulling your feet to draw your knees closer to the mat, to roll your tailbone out to the mat. Your feet are flat to the sky. And slowly release, put your feet on the ground. Couple of breaths here. We're going to come into a deep spinal twist. So let's cross the left leg all the way up and over the right. You can double wrap your feet if you want. Inhale the right hand on the outside of the left knee. Exhale, the lower body goes to the right. The upper body reaches and looks to the left. Slowly roll out, bringing your feet back to the mat. letting your body assimilate. Let's cross the right leg up and over the left. Double wrap your feet if you want to. And we'll bring the left hand onto the outside of the right knee on the inhale. And on the exhale, the lower body goes to the left. The upper body reaches and looks to the right. Breathing and opening here. And we'll slowly unwrap, keeping your legs bent with your feet on the mat for a few breaths. And then straightening your legs out, bringing your legs as wide as your mat, opening your arms out, palms up, getting ready for your final meditation. Eyes are closed. Mouth is closed. Breathing here. Start to deepen your breath. On your next exhale, open your eyes to the sky. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Slowly bring yourself into a fetal position and bring your way up to the upright seated posture. And your hands are in prayer. Focused on your drishti with your mouth closed, breathing deeply here. Take an inhale all the way and exhale. I bow to you. Namaste. As always, it's been such a pleasure and joy working with you today. Have a wonderful day.